A potential legal notice from the US wiped out $12.5 billion in market value. This happened because the US Securities and Exchange Commission did something unprecedented. It asked a New York judge for permission to serve legal summons to billionaire Gautam Adani and his nephew Sagar via email. The SEC says it was forced to do it because it had been blocked by the Indian government for 14 months. It all started in November 2024 when the SEC filed a civil complaint alleging a massive scheme. It claimed that between 2020 and 2024, Adani executives allegedly orchestrated over $250 million in bribes to Indian government officials to secure lucrative solar energy contracts for Adani Green Energy. But why would a US agency care about an Indian company bribing Indian officials? The reason is Adani Green raised $175 million from US investors. The SEC says the company lied to those investors, claiming it had strict anti-bribery policies while allegedly doing the exact opposite. In the US, that's called securities fraud. Usually, when a US agency sues someone in India, they use the Hague Convention, a formal treaty for serving legal papers. But the SEC claims the India's Ministry of Law and Justice rejected their request twice. The first time in early 2025, India cited missing signatures and seals. The SEC replied that under international law, those weren't required. In December 2025, India rejected it again, questioning if the SEC even had the authority to issue these summons. The SEC is now asking the court to bypass the Indian government entirely and just send an email to the Adani's business addresses. The Adani Group isn't backing down either. The group has consistently called these allegations baseless and unfounded. In its latest filings to the Indian stock exchanges, Adani Green Energy clarified 2 points. 1. The company is not the target. Adani Green Energy Limited is not a party to these proceedings. Only the individual directors are. 2. There are no bribery charges. It has pointed out that the directors haven't been charged under the US Foreign Corrupt Practices Act, specifically for bribery, but rather for fraud related to what they told investors. But the markets aren't so sure, as the shares of Adani companies slipped into red, wiping out $12.5 billion a day. If the SEC succeeds in court, it sets a massive precedent for how the US can pursue foreign billionaires. If the Adanis win, it's a major blow to US regulatory reach. Will the Adanis have to appear in the US for trial? The current case is an SEC civil lawsuit regarding investor fraud and bribery. If the court approves the email service, the case proceeds whether the Adani show up or not. If they don't defend themselves, which is unlikely because it is said that they have already lawyered up, the court can issue a default judgment in the form of fines or bans. On the other hand, in case of a Department of Justice criminal case, indictment for bribery and wire fraud, they are required to appear for a criminal trial. And if they do not, the US could eventually issue international arrest warrants.